case you've been living under a rock for the past couple of decades, there's a certain writer named J.K. Rowling who has written a very popular series of books called Harry Potter. These books have been expanded into a very successful movie franchise, and even a prequel movie series called Fantastic Beasts. This weekend sees the release of the third entry in the franchise, Fantastic Beasts: The Secret of Dumbledore. This is a movie that I have no intention of seeing, and if I do see it, I refuse to contribute any money to it. Maybe I'll download a pirate copy sometime. I'm doing this even though I would consider myself a fan of the franchise. Why? Because since the release of the last, and very bad, The Crimes of Grindelwald, Rowling has come out as a TERF, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. Essentially, to paraphrase the TERF stance, I'm cool with all people, however they want to live, except the dirty trans people. She has taken this to the next level, using her incredible wealth to combat trans rights and legislation in the UK and now in Scotland. Her influence did help block the UK bill, and now time will tell if she'll be successful in Scotland. The signs she might have been like this have always been there. Her pen name, Robert Galbraith, is literally the name of the guy who created gay conversion therapy. I am not trans in any way. I'm about as standard as you get. Straight cis white male. About as boring as you get. Trans rights don't really affect me. Except with the knowledge that there are people in this world simply asking to live their lives in a way they prefer, and by doing this, they do no harm to themselves or others. I firmly believe people should have the right to live their lives however they wish. And just because I don't understand their decision doesn't make that decision any less valid. To be blunt, Rowling is using her extreme wealth to suppress people who just wish to live their lives. As long as she pursues this agenda, I will do everything in my power to limit the amount of money she has access to. Right now, that is limited to not buying Harry Potter-related merchandise, and not talking about our products on my podcast and my main channel. So in place of discussing Harry Potter, we'll discuss the series Sense8, a series where 2 of the 3 creators behind it are trans, 1 out of 8 of the main characters are trans, and deals with trans ideas. Because trans men are men, trans women are women, and most importantly, trans people are people.
Few know what it means to be reborn, a Sense8.
A what?
Jisoha. But that's just the beginning.
The reality you know is one of many.
This doesn't make any sense.
Not everything does. Not everything has to.
I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks.
This Organized Chaos podcast is brought to you by JEMS Art Studio. JEMS Art Studio is an online store that allows access to prints that you can use for most anything, obviously as just a picture, or as a wallpaper, or as a bookmark, or anything you can think of. You can find JEMS Art Studio at etsy.com/shop/JEMS Art Studio. This podcast is also brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to another Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters, and Bob, how are you?
I'm doing okay, hanging in there. I was on vacation last week, and now I'm back to work.
That's nice. That sounds nice.
Not going back to work tonight.
Yeah, so I'm
just bored.
I didn't bring this up earlier, but I did notice today that you posted a photo up on your social media of you got some snow today.
Yes.
Oh my!
I'd been up for like an hour, and then the balcony wind like shades opened, and it's white outside, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? It's late April.
Yeah.
Why is there a layer of visible snow over everything outside?
Yeah. So apparently everything all surrounding Columbus got snow, and no, it was just miserable and rainy.
Yeah.
It was miserable and rainy this morning. Just
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
I mean, I would have rather the Winter Wonderland than just like it was just cold and wet.
Yeah.
It's no good. No good. I mean,
Ohio's weird.
yeah. I mean, cold and wet's a great Ween song, but just terrible when it's weather.
Yeah. Well, it's so true. I mean, I always say it, but it's true. If you don't like the weather right now in Ohio, wait 15 minutes.
Oh, I always say you could drive her
completely fucking change.
I say you could just drive to the other end of 270.
Yeah, that'd probably work.
I've seen it, man.
But we got a pretty good show.
Yeah, we do.
Dare I say, the best single episode of any podcast?
Well, we do.
Dare it?
We do. Dare.
Yes. As I've already explained, we will be talking about Sense8, which was a Netflix series from a few years ago. It's now defunct.
Yeah.
But it's good. I've not had a chance to actually finish it, so maybe on the podcast we'll get around to it.
Yeah.
But I liked it, and I think we're going to talk about the first 4 episodes. I think Bobby will probably need some explaining, because I actually picked up more watching it the second time than I did the first time, because I know that especially the beginning, you're like, wait, who, what, huh, who?
Yeah, I went into it very cold and blind, like not knowing anything other than just the creators being the Wachowskis.
Yeah, it's the Wachowskis and J. Michael Straczynski, who did Babylon 5.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't remember what the third creator behind it was, but I remember you telling me it was the Wachowskis, and it's like, okay. Yeah. So I'm already thinking, okay, super cerebral, and I'm watching it, and it's not quite as what I was expecting, like plot wise. It's just kind of more of, you're throwing a lot of different plots at once, and we need to piece it together.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to it, but there's lots of threads, and they're just dangling so many threads.
Oh man, yeah, they are spinning that thread, and I'm actually kind of loving it.
But after that, we'll go ahead go talk about 2016's Doctor Strange, which is thankfully much better than 1978's, which is not a high bar to clear.
I mean, admittedly, I would have loved to see that guy be as much of a dick as Benedict was, as he was.
Oh yeah,
that would have made the movie so much better.
Oh yeah, well, Doctor Strange not as a dick doesn't make any sense. He's supposed to be a dick.
I mean, he was kind of a dick to that head doctor in that office, but if he was just like max level asshole, like that would have been just fucking beautiful.
But and then we'll wrap up the episode. We're going to talk about the first 3 episodes of Moon Knight.
Yes.
If anybody's been wondering why we haven't been talking about Moon Knight, well, we're waiting for the episodes to collect up.
We are. We're playing catch up here a little bit, but also it's with this is also quite a lot to unpack. So
yes. Oh my god.
And it's also called having more content.
Yeah. But we'll go ahead and dive right into Sense8, and I have to, I guess let's go into this series immediately, because it's definitely something it's probably best go into blind, but you're gonna have to go through quite a few episodes, not 100% sure what's going on.
Yeah, I am starting to kind of put a few of the threads together.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a feeling that the show is purposely kind of putting them there, hey, these two are just to only mislead and divert again.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm like it. I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. I am, because it's telling a good story, and it's doing a great job of I guess not staying not letting any character's story get stale.
That's true.
Letting each of it, giving it enough room to breathe in the scene, and just even the whole let it all play out. But they're really good at making it to, okay, wait, what the fuck is going on? Wait, what? No, why are we here now? No, what the fuck was what? Oh shit. What the fuck is going on here now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But excuse me. I am enjoying it. Yes, go.
Yeah. The best way to describe kind of the synopsis it's about 8 people who are psychically linked. And there are other people, like, essentially these are all, like, I don't believe it's believed at this point, but I believe it's explained later, that this is kind of like the next step of human evolution. You have these people that are psychically linked. They can psychically link with other people who have this step in evolution, or however they describe it later. We haven't gotten to that point yet, so I don't remember exactly how they describe it. But it's not the same. There's like this core group of 8, and those 8 can share memories, they can share languages, basically anything that one person knows the other person as a member of the 8 can figure out. Really no secrets between those 8. But also, when it gets really interesting is they can actually swap bodies. Essentially.
Yeah. I saw them explain that, where if anyone who you make any direct eye contact with or physical contact with, you're able to take them with wherever you are, or...
Well, those are only the other Sense8s that aren't part of the main 8.
Okay.
So if you see someone else who is a Sense8, you can visit each other. But that's like the extent. You don't share memories, you can't like switch bodies or anything like that.
All right.
But this is a very interesting series because we haven't come across any of the main antagonists yet, which is when it gets really crazy.
I think we've come across one who I mean, the actress did a great job, but I just cannot stand this woman already.
Oh, which one are you talking about?
The mother.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have the main 8, and right now they're all very much in their own stories.
Yes, yeah.
Nothing's really come together yet. God, I'm trying to think their names. You have Will as a cop.
Yeah.
Riley is a DJ. Nomi, hacktivist?
Yeah, Nomi.
I find that term kind of cringe anymore, but
hacktivist, that's right, yes. Hacktivist.
Yeah. But that's the mother you're talking about.
Yes,
that is the trans character and actress in the show.
Yes.
But yeah, the mom refuses to call her Nomi, calls her Michael. And then no. Well, they each have their own little mini stories going on.
I did notice something in the first scene with the doctor in the room, and how the doctor, called Nomi her name.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of even looked cross at the mom when she, would refuse, but still called Nomi Michael. I noticed that, and I was like, that's a nice touch. Like, that the doctor's even like, the fuck?
Yeah. Well, there's definitely seedy stuff going on. Like, maybe not that doctor specifically, but like...
Well, I mean, that's one thing to make you think, all right, he's kind of good, but then he later also just turned out to be a crook in a lab coat.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're going to lobotomize her because her brain doesn't look quite right,
Yeah, pretty much. Like...
And it's like, there's lots of things we actually don't understand about the brain. You can't just look at it and be like, oh, it doesn't look right. Let's lobotomize.
No.
Are you crazy? It's working. No, it's working.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more thinking...
But yeah.
Yeah, I just... Yeah.
Yeah, it all seems to be just the mom's excuse to try to de-trans their daughter into their son, or... Yeah, and it's insane. It's like, would you really want to... How could you do that to your child? Even if you disagree with their choice, how could you do that?
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Like...
But yeah, I'm trying to think. I know we've seen, like... I don't know if he's the main villain of the whole series or this season. It's been a while, but we've seen, like, one of the major villains very briefly. I want to say it was like in the first couple minutes too.
Was it that doctor?
Are you talking about the gray-haired one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
He will be coming back later.
He gave me like, I don't like this guy. Just instantly.
Yeah.
Girl, you should shoot him.
No, he is very bad news. Well, he wasn't even there. He wasn't.
Oh, yeah. And I figured that out later when he walked in the room. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh. Hold on a second. Wait.
Well, if you don't know what you're watching, that beginning is just like, what the fuck?
If it weren't 3 a.m. Fuck you. What?
Yeah. No, it gets crazy.
Parts of it I was thinking, I should really just be filming this as a reaction. Like,
yeah. Wait, what? Who?
Because I've never seen it before. Going, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next episode.
No, well, there's that great bit with Jonas. Jonas is another Sense8 who knows about being a Sense8, but he's not part of the 8. There's that moment where he's meeting up with Will, and they end up in that car chase.
Yeah.
And Jonas visits Will in his car. And I remember when I first watched it being like, huh? Okay, sure. And now, like, this time I understood it completely. It's like, okay, so he can visit Will, I got it. And then Will figures out how to visit him. And he's like, hey, but you haven't figured out how to drive the car yet, have you? And yeah, that's
I was like, who's driving that car? I was like, wait, it's like, actually, what? Wait.
Fuck, I don't even know how I ended up here.
What? I am so beyond lost. Like, is that car driving itself? Yes, it is. Okay. Chaos is.
And by driving itself, we mean there's just a body behind the wheel.
Yep. Okay.
Probably going limp.
Yep.
But yeah, this is a crazy show.
One thing I have enjoyed about this, other than just the cinematography, is just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I want to bring up
the location. I love that we are globe hopping.
Oh yes.
I absolutely just there's some beautiful cinematography, and I am kind of jealous of their cinematographer. He had a lot of fun, and I could see it.
Yeah, it's a couple things I want to bring up here.
Actually, yes.
All right, so the series, they do actually do, what is it actually? Oh yeah, so they actually have they use the 8 different countries as shooting locations, so there's no sets or anything. I know the Wachowskis direct the vast majority of this and travel to most of those locations themselves to shoot it. Let's see okay, so they directed all of Chicago, San Francisco, London, and Iceland.
Okay.
And I got a cat here.
Oh.
Do I need to kick you out? Okay, I better get her out.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not sure. Okay, whichever one of the people who were working the cameras for this series. There's a lot of people.
There was probably a couple.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
According to IMDb, there's a lot.
Well, it won't surprise me if it's large. Like, there's probably some people that jump around, like with the Wachowskis, but there's probably a lot of people who just work at each location.
I think so. Yep.
And I know this was a very...
Yeah, there's one where it's... he was saying he was with this team in Berlin and then this team in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Lars Richter. Yeah, you're one of the few that has a few different locations. There's another guy, Kevin Boyd. He was a Key HD video assistant in Chicago, playback supervisor, Chicago Key HD video assistant, and it's Chicago and San Francisco. He stayed stateside.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
I
noticed that they're working the same places, so they obviously had the same teams and everything.
Well, like, people jumping between Chicago and San Francisco.
Yeah.
Not that big of a jump, relatively speaking, to a lot of these other people.
Okay, here's one. Video operator, Berlin, Paris, Naples, Belgium. Whew. Ooh. That's I hope I'm going to say his last name right, but Christian Werle, Wehrle. Werhill? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My man.
Yeah.
My man.
This is actually a series that made me wonder if Lily is doing anything more with like movie making or anything like that, because she only works on season 1, and then Atlanta takes over the rest. Of it. I do believe this is one of the most expensive TV series possibly ever.
Well, it says
and it's almost all the location shit.
Yeah, it says they each wrote 24 episodes.
Okay, so Lily was still involved with writing. I know it's with directing. Lily stopped working after season 1.
Yeah, written by and created by. Lily and Lana each respectively have 24 credits for both, as well as J. Michael Starzinski.
Yeah,
they wrote the entire series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I imagine Straczynski's there probably mainly because they aren't really familiar with like how to do things in a TV series format. And he was I always envisioned he'd probably be the one to help him out because he's primarily a TV guy. They're primarily movie people. Let's try combine these two worlds is what I always envisioned their working relationship would be. But yeah, the location shooting in this series is beautiful. And part of me wonders if maybe they could have kept the series going if they didn't do as much of that, to be frank. But it is good looking.
It is.
But yeah, the Wachowskis... I will say this about the Wachowskis, and I've said it before, I always am interested if they're involved with something. Always.
Yeah.
I may not always like it, but I don't know, I usually like it. But yeah, I'm always interested. And there's something to be said for...
Sorry. I just kind of was peeking to see who else was in the show, and apparently someone's been underneath my thumb this entire time. Freema Agyeman from Doctor Who.
Yeah. She's Nomi's girlfriend.
Holy crap, that is her.
Yeah.
That is Dr. Martha. That is awesome. No, she was my favorite companion out of 10 years. Like, I argue his.
She's a good one.
I argue one of his most true equals intellectually.
Oh yeah, definitely. She was probably the smartest of his. She'd have to be the smartest of his companions.
His most equal intellectually. Like, I mean, not in the sense of war. We all know that you blew up a planet. We get it. Sorry to sidetrack.
Well, if we keep on going with this series, I will tell you there are more people from Doctor Who that will pop up.
That's good. I like them because they're able to they have a great casting department at the BBC. They got great.
Yeah.
Oh,
but yes, it's weird. I don't feel like there's a whole lot left to cover because the series. We're just seeing lots of personal stories. Let's see. Son is working for her father's company.
Yeah, we also get
her brother's embezzling money.
These two guys just knocked off a bunch of diamonds.
Yes. Wolfgang and what's the name of his
Leto.
friend?
Leto Rodriguez.
No, Leto. No, Leto is the actor.
Miguel.
Felix. Felix is the guy he's working with. Wolfgang's working with.
Okay. Leto Rodriguez? I thought that's the character's name.
No. Well, Leto is the actor who he's the action actor.
Oh, that's right.
Who's hiding the fact that he has a boyfriend.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Felix is the guy Wolfgang's working with, and yeah, Felix is a safecracker. In fact, there's a scene where I think a couple characters were at a safe, and one of them wasn't Wolfgang. And I was just like, that makes no sense.
Oh shit, Terrence, man. He's a great character actor.
Terrence, man, I do know that name. Whispers. Oh. I have to remember.
Oh.
And then I think Kala is probably the only one we haven't mentioned. And yeah, she's just getting married. Oh no, we haven't mentioned Van Damme.
That's right. No.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's a bit buried here. There's a reason for that, because that actor actually changes between season 1 and season 2. But yeah, he was the one. I don't remember, but his mother needed medicine and it was stolen.
Yeah, that happened in this I think it happened in episode 4. Yeah.
Actually, it was 3. But yeah, he tracks it down.
And then the girl
son-
kickboxer, they somehow channel, and then she starts whooping that ass.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we start seeing how far they can go with the connection.
Yeah,
because we get a moment where Will takes over and he has to shoot up the car to stop him, and then she jumps to the body and just kicks the crap
and
out
just
of him.
beats beats the ever living shit out of these guys. It's kind of beautiful.
No, that scene is, in my opinion, easily the highlight of the first 4, because this is awesome.
Well, we'd gotten a tease of a fight scene earlier, and I remember watching it thinking, like, my God, the cinematography for them capturing this is beautiful. Like, I am loving watching this fight scene. I am just thoroughly enjoying and all the action scenes even too. I thoroughly am enjoying this series. This is so much fun to watch, and it's like compelling story. Lots of threads, but pulling them together, it's coming together.
Yeah, it's one I was hoping it would link together a bit more at the end of 4, and they you can see them coming together, but it's not quite there. Like, there are definitely characters in the 8 that are definitely more connected to each other than others, but it's not come together yet. I don't remember exactly how long it takes to get there. But, yeah, it's a good show. It's not...
Okay, the guy who's Dr. Metzger really looks like a discount Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah.
I couldn't place it. I could not place it at all while I was watching. I was going, he looks like an actor. I can't place it. He looks like an actor that's a very well-known one. And just looking at his headshot on IMDb, it's like, oh, I see it now. It's Patrick Dempsey. What's up, pizza?
That's not Patrick Dempsey.
What's up, pizza boy?
But yeah, anything you want to add before we head on to Doctor Strange?
No, I'm really enjoying this, and I'm very happy that we could actually have a chance to talk about the series. As if you haven't seen it, I know we are super late for this.
Oh yeah,
for this convention for this, but wow, this is so far the first 4 episodes. I've enjoyed it. It's much better than the Final Frontier.
Well, we haven't gone to that.
Yeah,
yet.
no, we.
Oh yeah,
no, we haven't.
Yes. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you. I meant to do this earlier because I invited Nate if you want to come on and talk about Star Trek with us if he's available.
That's fine, yeah.
But yeah. Because I know he's a Star Trek fan.
Yeah, well, you didn't tell him it's mostly us just kind of making fun of it, but still talking about it. Yeah,
he's been on the podcast. He
should know.
But yes, Doctor Strange.
Yes,
Doctor Strange 2016. God, this is just so much better than the last one.
Again, if he was half the dick that Benedict Cumberbatch was in this.
I think Benedict Cumberbatch isn't even quite as bad as comic book Doctor Strange.
He was kind of a fucking prick through some of this.
Oh no, he's awful. He's awful in this, but yeah, but yeah, this is a much more faithful retelling of the story. I don't even know what 78 was doing. You have this great origin story, and we're gonna make it as milk fucking toast as possible.
Yep.
But yeah, this one actually goes more or less there. And what's interesting...
I was going to say, this also did have a very awesome soundtrack. Starting from the operating table to right before he hits the road.
Well, yeah, I'm getting to a point where I don't think Michael Giacchino, and I'm probably slaughtering his name, I don't think he can do wrong.
No.
Every time he does a soundtrack, it's oh, that's so good.
Yeah. Chuck Mangione was a nice choice.
Yeah. Well, old school Pink Floyd has a brief
Interstellar
cameo in this movie,
Overdrive. Ooh,
Yes.
I remember the first
like-
time I saw this. I saw it with a friend, Thomas, and we both kind of just looked at each other as soon as it started. Like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just okay. Movie. Go on.
We're appreciating some Pink Floyd before Dark Side of the Moon.
Like,
that's not a common thing.
and Sid Barrett, Pink Floyd. Like, okay, go on.
Yeah.
Go on. You have my attention.
Yes.
So, and then we see probably one of the most horrific things I think we have seen in the MCU to date. That car crash scene.
The car wreck's not long after that. Well, he's driving like a maniac, which fits his character.
And he's also driving while distracted, which is an important time to say. Don't drive distracted. It's bad. Don't watch the YouTube video
dangerous.
of this podcast while you're driving.
Yeah.
Listen to it.
It's a podcast. There's an audio format. Enjoy it while you're driving. And stay focused on the road. Don't try to visually think of what we're doing, what we're talking about. I mean, what we're doing. We're sitting down in chairs yakking with a movie poster. So,
Yeah.
This is visually stunning, I assure you. But yeah, I do love Benedict Cumberbatch in the role.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when they first announced Joaquin Phoenix was, they were heavily courting him for this role. And I was like, that dude can do anything. And then when he said no, and they said, we'll have to go with our second choice, Benedict Cumberbatch. I was like, oh my God, he's fucking great.
That was your second choice?
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
he seems kind of perfect.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jude Law.
I don't know if he'd be better fit. I mean, I'm sure he could do it. I don't know if
I know he could do the dickish stuff. I think of him from My Heart Huckabees. He was an asshole in that.
Yeah. But we need Jude Law to play Jan Rog in Captain Marvel.
Well, yeah, but he's already in Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he does a good job.
Yeah, he was good.
But yeah, Jude Law does a great job in most everything. Benedict Cumberbatch does a good job in most anything.
Benjamin Bratt does a good job in almost everything.
You see, I'm not a huge fan of Benjamin Bratt.
But I'm a big fan of Blood In, Blood Out. I'm a big fan of Blood In, Blood Out.
See, I haven't seen that.
Well,
I did notice here, I was like, he's doing a good job. I'm not used to this.
And I will admit, for the longest time, I would always think that it was Benjamin Bratt that was in La Bamba, but in fact, it was Lou Diamond Phillips.
Well, Lou Diamond Phillips.
Does
always do a good job.
He does do a great job in that. He is.
Yeah.
He was definitely an act. Those two I would always mix up. Like sometimes I would forget to mix their names up. It's kind of like the Bill Pullman, Bill Paxton thing.
Yeah, well, Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton, it's more of a name.
Name similar
because they don't look similar.
I think it was like when they both would have the goatees, and it's just kind of like I can't tell. Oh man, what? But I was also a child then too.
Well, Benjamin Bratt and Lou Diamond Phillips, I would argue, have a similar look.
Yeah.
Lou Diamond Phillips is older.
He's older, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Benjamin Bratt now, I mean, in this, he looked older.
Yeah, well, he's not young either anymore.
No.
But, Saturday Night Live did this funny thing called, I want to say Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulrooney. It was a game show where you had to guess which is which.
Yeah.
I think they brought actually Dermot Mulrooney on as a cameo, and he guessed himself wrong. I could have sworn I was Dylan McDermott. What?
That's funny.
I was in my best friend's wedding, and I was just on The New Girl. This is a picture of my face. Who am I? Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney?
Wait. That's a photo of Dylan McDermott.
You don't have to give him the answer.
But you're Dermot Mulroney.
I am?
But yeah, there are actors like that where they mix up.
They are. There's a lot of people who mix up actors.
Yeah.
A lot of them that are confusing. Yeah. But like I said again, I was a child then.
Yeah. But yeah, bring it back to Doctor Strange. It's interesting because when they did the original Iron Man, they were actually quite open about this. They incorporate some elements of Doctor Strange's personality into Iron Man to make him more of a dick beforehand, to give him more of an arc.
Yeah.
And then that's how come lots of times when people talk about this movie, they talk about, oh man, they kind of copied Iron Man with how they did the origin. And it's like, actually, it kind of went the other way. Now they're just doing Doctor Strange.
Yeah, like, no, I mean, yes, that it's very similar to how, Iron Man first became Iron Man. That much is true. But as I recall actually, I don't remember from whatever the original comics was. I don't think it was like he was in the same part of the world when he fell under attack.
No, they definitely fudge around with Iron Man. Honestly, they fudge with Doctor Strange less.
They do.
I'd actually say he's nicer here than in his comic book version, which tells you how much of a dick he was there.
Yeah.
But he's awful here, too. I don't want to act like he's a nice guy here, because he is just the worst.
Yeah, he was. He spoke to Rachel McAdams poorly, and he shouldn't fucking do that.
Yes. Rachel McAdams is awesome.
She is. And he shouldn't fucking speak that way to her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, she's being nice to him, and he's being the worst to her.
Like the absolute worst. No. When he said, like, what, you? I my note here is, also, don't you dare speak to Rachel that way.
Yeah. Like, what is wrong with you, man?
Dare is all in caps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is not Mean Girls. You are not allowed to speak.
I mean,
to her
I also, I will admit, she is definitely someone who I just think as an actress is absolutely wonderful. I have watched everything. I'm a fan, so.
Oh, I'm 100% in agreement. The only thing I've started watching, I haven't finished, would be season 2 of True Detective, which was a bit of a chore.
No, it is, but she saves it because she's just wholesome as hell.
Well, yeah.
Red Eye, I think, is probably the movie that made me a big fan of hers.
I haven't even seen that. I'm trying to think when I became a fan. I think it was more just gradual. Just every time I'd see her pop up, she did a good job.
Yeah. And she was also pretty funny in Wedding Crashers. But it was Red Eye. Because I was working in a movie theater at the time, and that was in one cinema, and... oh God, sorry. I was just talking about it. Red Eye and The Notebook, I believe. Like there was she was in a few consecutively, and it was always just kind of like, she's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And just like would sit and start.
She has that going for her.
Would sit and just start to watch some of her stuff. Like she's actually really good. She's a good actress.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Some I would sit and watch.
Well, listen, I really dislike The Notebook. But it's not because I dislike Rachel McAdams or even Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling can do a good job.
But there's also times I didn't like him for the same reason I didn't like Benedict in this. Just don't you dare speak to her that way.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking lower your tone, man.
Yeah, well, he's just insane in that movie.
He is.
Okay, fun fact. If a guy asks you out on a date while you're currently on a date, and he threatens to kill himself unless you go out on a date, that man needs serious psychiatric help. Do not go out on a date with that man.
Yeah, don't do that.
But yeah, also, that's all I have to say about
also, don't ask a girl out on a date when she's already out on one.
Yeah, like, that's so...
It's kind of creepy.
So tacky. Yeah.
A little bit. Not a good look.
Yeah. It's like the worst look.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't get any of that in Doctor Strange. In fact, like, she seems interested in Doctor Strange, and he is a complete fucking asshole.
Like, yeah.
Which is shocking. Well, I guess not shocking from what we've seen from his character.
He stayed up.
Like, wow.
Yeah, he stayed up with her, or she stayed by him pretty much until he came to.
Yeah. Yeah, and his hands are completely jacked up. And that's a lot of what his story is, where he's this complete asshole, and then he loses everything.
Yeah.
And then he has to rebuild himself. And yeah, it's kind of a great story. I never even thought about that, but yeah, it's all of a sudden, because that's how I describe my divorce. But like, it's a similar thing. It's, you get everything sucked away from you. And then when you're down at rock bottom, you get to, like, there's a degree of freedom, because then you get to decide how you want to rebuild. And that's what happens with him.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I want to stress, this is better than the animated movie. But the animated movie, how they handle his origin, I feel, in ways is better. Because the animated movie actually has him at a bridge about ready to commit suicide. When he is, I want to say Mordo visits him and talks him out of it. And this movie doesn't go that dark. Which I think is interesting. Doesn't go that dark, because it was kind of a shocking moment having him like about ready to jump. Pretty much where this movie becomes better than the animated movie is essentially everything after that, because the whole origin or the whole him becoming a wizard is way cooler in this movie. I really like the visuals here.
Yeah,
because Marvel can get grief for the visuals, but I like what they do. This is like Inception in a superhero movie. I mean, you have the worlds bending all around. Just, it's insane.
it is.
But it
was crazy.
I enjoy it quite a bit.
No,
yeah.
I enjoyed it too. I really did, and I really can't wait to see what Mr. Raimi does with it.
I know. Well, Scott Derrickson did this one, which I believe he did the first Sinister, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Which was a good movie. And this is a good movie. And I was disappointed when he wasn't come back for the sequel. But then when I heard Sam Raimi was coming in, I was like, oh. Okay, you got me back. You got.
Bit off topic, but involving Sam Raimi. On the Shudder platform, they just added a movie that is a rare, starring role. Well, not starring, but appearing in a very rare for both him, Sam, and Ted. I mean, they both die. It's called Intruder from I want to say the early 80s. It's a team, a staff that works at a grocery store, and they're working overnight to do inventory, and an intruder breaks in and starts killing them all off one by one. But Sam and Ted play the meat shop guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they get the most violent deaths.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, Ted gets I think they put Sam up on a meat hook.
Yeah.
And send him in the processor. Ted gets fed into the meat grinder. Oh, and Bruce Campbell makes a cameo at the end of it.
That actually just got me on topic there, because I was like, where do you think Bruce Campbell will cameo? Because there's that picture of him in Doctor Strange makeup. I almost have to wonder if that's trolling.
Oh, it could be, but obviously we're delving into the multiverse.
Yeah. It could be an alternate
so
reality
do you think
Doctor Strange,
Sam's original plan wasn't exactly to make him Mysterio, but maybe make him Doctor Strange?
What you mean?
Make Bruce Doctor Strange in his original trilogy.
Maybe that could have been cool.
Been fucking awesome.
They do name drop him in the second one. They knew.
I mean, maybe or maybe he was the Watcher.
Yeah. There's things they could do.
Things you could do. Oh God, that would be so cool.
Oh God. What if they introduce that he is actually Doctor Strange in the Spider-Man universe? And all of those characters are actually just Doctor Strange.
Just
fuck it, sure.
Whatever, Sam. No, whatever, Sam. Where's the check?
Yeah, sure. That seems realistic. Sure.
Whatever. Oh, Jesus, Sam. Whatever. Hey, Ted will be there. Of course, Ted will be there. But in all seriousness, we here at Organized Chaos Podcast do love the Raimi brothers and Bruce Campbell very deeply.
Oh yeah.
And I trust Sam so much with this.
Oh yeah, Sam Raimi just always.
Even after watching the final trailer, I am just so on board for this. So ready.
Mm-hmm. Well, probably his worst movie is Spider-Man 3, which there's some quality to it. Oh, well, no.
Or no, not Return to Oz.
Not Return to Oz. What was it called? Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah.
I'm not as rough on that one. I enjoyed watching it once, and then I think I attempted watching it again, and
I could also just tell a lot of it was probably studio meddling.
Yeah,
trying to make it more than
that does seem to be an issue he has.
Like, I think he just needs his own company to let him do what he does.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
we were talking.
I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, we're talking about the Doctor Strange 2016.
No,
but I'm trying to think.
We were right at how Strange started learning the mystic arts, and he first thinks it's all nonsense, but then the Ancient One kind of knocks him out of his physical body.
Yeah, and then that kind of wakes him up. That, like, some of the stuff they do with like him, like in the do they call it the astral plane? So. I think they do.
How they depict it on screen is definitely very colorful, bright, vibrant, very cool to watch.
Yeah, it definitely feels insane.
Yeah, and it gets even weirder too. Even after that, like it.
Well, one thing I was just gonna say, one thing we didn't bring up in 78 was there was an okay visual where you I think he's supposed to be in the astral plane where he's like floating.
Yes.
There's like this yellow map behind him. It looks kind of okay.
78, it looked all right.
Yeah. It's like the one highlight from that movie.
I'll still say he should have been.
It's yes, yeah, it won't have been more interesting.
Absolutely.
At least. It's just. He would sort of had personality, period. There is nothing to that character. But, yeah, just visually, I love this movie. Great score. I would say, as much as I love Mads Mikkelsen, another fairly forgettable Marvel villain.
Yeah.
I will say
I forgot. Admittedly, I forgot he was in this.
Yeah.
It's like,
easy to forget.
That's right. That's right.
Well, every time I'm like, who's the villain in that? Oh, yeah.
Wasn't it the Ancient One at the end? No, that's not. Oh, that's right. It's this amazing actor. I feel that I forgot about his performance. That's kind of meh in this.
Yeah. No, I mean, he does a good job, but he just doesn't have anything to really work with.
He just plays it
against time.
He kind of just plays it very straightforward.
Yeah. Dormammu actually has a bit more flavor to him, I felt, which Dormammu's barely in this.
Yeah. Probably, definitely my favorite visual effect in the entire film. Dormammu. I mean, I love menacing as hell.
Yeah. Well, I love how one of the things I love is just how Doctor Strange tricks him. It's just like, no, you're way more powerful than me, but I got you in a time loop.
So we're going to just do this until you get bored.
Yeah. Listen, you can either bargain or you can kill me and do this again.
I want to bargain. Now let's stop this madness.
Yeah.
Well, let's bargain. I don't bargain. Okay.
No, you killed me again. Okay, let's do it again.
And you show up again. Up. I'm back again. I told you. It's a time loop. Like, it's going to keep doing that.
Mm-hmm. This is what time does.
This is your life now. You're great and powerful, but I just made you my bitch. So, I mean, he should have really just said that instead of prisoner. Like, I just made you my bitch.
Yeah. He could have, honestly, if the time loop, the whole point is to drive him nuts.
Also, the cape. The cape. The cape.
Oh. Yeah, the Cape is awesome. Cape, definitely one of the best characters in the movie. Yay. Well, anyways, Tilda Swinton was cast as the Ancient One, almost to try to make the Chinese audience happier. One of those things studios like to do. And I don't even know if this movie got a Chinese release, because lots of the Marvel movies don't anymore.
No, they don't.
But Kevin Feige has come out and said that was a mistake on his part. Tilda Swinton did a great job, but we should have stuck to the original character, because, yeah. The character is supposed to be Celtic in this version, which, it's fine. But, of course, the movie was accused of whitewashing, which, yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, I think it's kind of interesting how Kevin Feige has come out and said, yeah, that was a mistake. That is something I absolutely regret. And I just thought that was a fun fact. All right. Are we ready for Moon Knight?
Yeah.
Moon Knight. The newest Disney Plus Marvel series.
Kind of even more of a,
this is
what the heck is going on?
I know. It's kind of a trip.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and admit, I think I might have said it somewhere else before, but this first episode might be my favorite premiere of any Marvel series ever. Because it is just so goddamn insane. But you follow it, but it's insane. And how they do like the missing time where it just cuts ahead. I kind of dug it.
I really enjoyed that too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if I would go so far as to say it's the best Marvel series yet, mainly because I haven't seen it all.
Yeah.
But that first episode was a trip.
That first episode was pretty awesome.
And then I like how, obviously, Stephen Grant is our main character.
Stephen Grant.
Except if it's Mark Spector.
Yeah, but, I mean, it almost kind of, leads to the question, well, who possessed who?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, it's a trip.
I mean, I know one thing. I don't trust Ethan Hawke at all.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke is up to no good.
He is a bastard, and I just do not trust him. That's just he's just a bastard.
No, I think Ethan Hawke is the real hero here.
No, he's up to no good.
Mm-hmm. Well, no. I don't remember the name of the spirit inhabiting Moon Knight. Crap.
Oh, I can't.
But where he and Ethan Hawke have this disagreement is that his spirit feels that the guilty should be judged after their crime, whereas Ethan Hawke feels like the guilty should be judged before their crime. Which would mean killing innocent people. Yeah. But, we don't want to get caught up in the details. We don't know.
We don't want any of that.
But it's yeah, I'm all for, trying to get on top of things, but, yeah, there's a reason why Deadpool had issues killing baby Hitler.
Yeah.
Which, it kind of, their conversation just reminded me of that end the credit scene in Deadpool 2 where he goes back in time to kill baby Hitler and doesn't quite work. Because even baby Hitler was a fucking baby. He's adorable. But yeah, I think part of why this series is working so well for me part of that credit has to go to Oscar Isaac, who... He plays at least two characters here.
Oh, yeah.
And it's kind of great. Steven is just this nerdy British guy who's awkward, kind of slumped. Mark is the confident American apparently. And although we know less about Mark, but we've started seeing a bit more of him. And I like how, Mark's, when he has the Moon Knight take over, it's this ancient, like, warrior badass. And when Steven has it take over, it's like this guy in a suit, kind of weird, you know. Still got super strength, not useless.
Yeah, not fully useless, just, you know.
Yeah. Not as useful.
No, but, you know. I'm sure we're going to be treated at some point to a scene of him just being absolutely efficient.
Yeah, probably at some point. Well, definitely towards the third episode, but it took us a while to actually get to a scene where we're actually really seeing Moon Knight, like, do really anything.
Yeah, other than just kind of antagonize Steven.
Yeah. But, yeah, one thing I have to ask that really I don't understand. Why is the woman at the museum such a dick to
I don't know. Like, God, that woman was unpleasant.
Awful.
God, that woman was so unpleasant.
It's like, why are you... what is wrong with you?
It's like, oh, well, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah. She is the worst. She is easily the worst character in the series. She is the main villain.
Yeah. So we have met one antagonist so far. and it's Steven's boss.
Yeah.
The woman is just very, very mean-spirited.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he flaked on a date, too.
Well, yeah, that was pretty bad on him. But, you know, in his defense, he didn't realize he flaked on it until 2 days later.
Yeah. It was a Sunday.
When he's calling up, hey, I'm at the date. Yeah, I was there 2 days ago.
Is this some joke? What? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. And apparently the best steak they have there is center cut chuck.
Yeah, I kind of laughed. I laughed at that.
It's like, okay, sure. That
is not a good cut of steak, sir.
No, like they asked what's the best cut. I was expecting him to say tenderloin or maybe a ribeye or something. Oh, Wagyu, Jesus Christ. I don't think he's that rich. I don't think...
Well, I mean, you know, he said the best steak in town. That's where my head went.
Yeah, true. Well, they may not have that in town.
That's true.
It's not around.
That's also true. But I will admit, ever since like the wife and I had it on our honeymoon, that is like the only steak. Like I'll look and go, oh, I guess the New York strip.
The New York strip's totally decent.
No, it is. I'm just just being rotten.
It's a hell of a lot cheaper than Wagyu, even with the prices going up.
God, well, let's see. We paid $70 a steak.
Yeah, sounds right for Wagyu.
Yeah. I mean, they were like decent pieces of meat.
Well, like tenderloin now, if you get from a restaurant, it's gonna be like $40.
Yeah,
which is just, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, anywhere with like steak, like there's like just huge upcharges, and I mean, I'm sure that prices are even going up in those supermarkets too.
Yeah, no, tenderloin by itself, it's gone down a little bit. It's $23 now. Used to be $30.
Woo!
Like when the prices were hitting the spike, it was $30.
Ugh.
I remember, God, it feels like forever ago. Last time they were on a decent sale where you could get the whole loin for $5.99 a pound.
God damn, yes.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah, I was like,
eating steak.
Yeah, listen. We have tenderloin on sale.
I got some $5 steaks.
The requirement is you just have to get a lot of it.
$5.
Okay.
Twist my arm, Your Honor.
Fine, I'll eat it a couple days in a row. Jeez. But yeah, I thought that was weird. That was the cut they had in the show.
Yeah.
It's like, really? That's your best fucking cut?
Okay.
I mean, there's worse, but
well, I mean, maybe also Steven doesn't know what a good is.
Maybe it's like, here's something the cook has left over. It's the end of the night.
Yeah.
Hey, why does this taste a little cold? No reason. Fresh made.
It's a delicacy.
Yeah. Steak served cold.
But this series is very good, very well acted too.
Yeah.
I mean, admittedly, the
Yeah.
only cast I've really recognized is Ethan Hawke and Oscar Isaac at this point.
Yeah. Well, crap, what was the name of the woman? God, she does a good job. But crap, now I have to look it up. But the one that Mark was married
Yeah.
to. Layla.
Yeah.
Oh, and Khonshu is the name of the spirit. Khonshu,
Okay,
as voiced
Khonshu.
by F. Murray Abraham.
F. Murray Abraham?
Yes.
I can't believe I didn't pick up on that.
Well, I didn't pick up on it until I saw the crowd. I was like, F. Murray.
I totally
shit,
hear
no
it
wonder
now.
that voice is so epic. No.
That's magnificent.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, those those would be your main characters. It's Mark and Steven, Arthur and Layla.
Yeah.
And I guess Khonshu.
Yeah.
He's definitely there. I'm not 100% sure he's necessarily a good guy. But, he seems better than the alternative.
Yeah, I'm not sure either at this point.
He seems fishy, but definitely seems better than Amit.
Yeah.
Who is who Ethan Hawke is representing.
Yeah, he seems quite nefarious.
Yeah. But I do think it's interesting. It seems like there's all these like Egyptian gods, and they each have their own person on Earth apparently who like represents them.
Yeah, like their own avatar.
It's nice. Yeah,
I thought
kind of trippy. I wonder how they associate with the Norse mythology in Marvel, because
I'm not too sure. Well, speaking of, I guess, Norse, did you know that the new Thor trailer was released today?
Yes, I was going to bring that up in the earlier, yeah, but I totally haven't seen it yet. But
okay,
I did see that drop.
I've already seen it.
I'm like,
I've already watched it.
Oh, you show
I'm,
off. You
oh,
show off.
yeah, I watched it while the wife was playing Overwatch earlier, and when she was done, while I was like gathering up the stuff to come back here and set up, she's like, hey, look, watch this. Oh. Okay, I'll watch this again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Looks pretty good.
Well, Taika Waititi's fucking good. I mean,
already there's people trying to
tough to argue.
speculate over his music choice in the trailer. Like, does it mean anything? Does it mean anything? I think he used Immigrant Song for the trailer for Ragnarok, and it's just like, because they're talking about Ragnarok in the song.
I don't think it's that hidden. Yeah.
No. Ty just straight admitted it. And also, it's Led Zeppelin. It's like,
yeah,
I forget where it was.
And there's lots of like little Norse references
in Led Zeppelin already,
so it makes sense.
It makes sense to use it, and it's kind of like, I believe there's even a line about Thor's hammer, the power of thunder.
It seems familiar. Yeah.
I want to say it is an Immigrant Song.
Yeah, Immigrant Song. Like, when you listen to the lyrics, like, oh yeah, you have to use that for a Thor movie. How could you not?
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't tell you the song or anything. I saw that like clickbait article. I was like, dear God, it not even an hour out.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God. Fucking vultures.
Well, yeah, those articles are out that quick. Jesus. Probably like 2 paragraphs long, a whole article.
What does this mean? What does this mean? What do you think?
Ads.
And then 8 paragraphs about how they used Immigrant Song for Ragnarok and
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's like, so you had most of this written, you just had to do a little bit about the song at the beginning, and then
you completed your assignment. Check minus.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, I definitely need to watch that.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, Moon Knight, very good series
so far. It's very good.
Want to see where it goes.
I got a question for you about it real quick though. Do you think we're gonna get to see any previously established characters
in this series?
I
think there's a decent chance we don't.
A decent chance we
but it's not
don't.
impossible.
But it's not out of like the wheelhouse. I
Oh,
would
of course
say
not. MCU, it's always in the wheelhouse.
we would probably see some Shield representative at some
That won't be
point,
impossible.
maybe.
Oh, sure. And maybe lead into Secret Invasion series.
Or something,
Yeah.
you know, or even maybe the same special agent from WandaVision, the guy who was like the FBI parole agent for Ant-Man. I can't think of the actor's name.
Oh God,
The character,
but
that guy.
yeah, it's John Krasinski.
No, not John Krasinski. He's gonna be Reed Richards. I just, dude, he who else? I mean, actually, you know what? If he were younger, like Jim younger, he could be Johnny Storm. If he were younger, I think older he'd make a good Reed Richards.
Marvel always nails it with the casting, so I'm kind of waiting to see who they do, but I would love Krasinski, but if they decide to do somebody else, I'm gonna
trust him. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know though. Who could play Johnny Storm?
Oh well, I feel like the main talking points for Fantastic Four is Krasinski and Blunt, obviously, Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman.
Yeah.
And then the other two usually go over the place. I think the one I usually see is like, Zac Efron for Human Torch and The Rock for for Thing, which I don't know. Well, The Rock for Thing just is obviously he's Rock. Yeah. That doesn't mean he's necessarily great for it, but sure.
No.
It's a bit too obvious there. And then Zac Efron, he might be fine.
Might be okay, but I kind of always, I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, the only two film representations of Johnny Storm we've had were Chris Evans kind of being a ex-gamer type, and thank you, Michael B. Jordan. In the what was that? 2011, 2015. God, wow, 2015.
Yeah.
Sorry,
2015 and the worst Fantastic Four movie, and yes, I've seen the Corman one. And
the Corman one is better. Not just because it's Roger. I mean, it's Roger Corman, so automatically it's better.
Yeah. I mean, technically, sure, it's better than Corman, but entertainment-wise, I'd watch that Corman one all day before that.
I would rent
all day before 2015.
I would rent a theater and screen the Corman one, and give the tickets out for free.
Well, I don't know if you could sell those.
No. Like I said, I would give them. I'm not talking like a big Easton theater, man. I'm talking like a small that they converted 2 large dining rooms into a theater. It's just a big projection.
But yeah, you're not gonna get any other budget for that movie. I don't know. Like, I think Michael B. Jordan could actually do a really good one. Grant, he didn't get a chance to do it, and he's already
he kind of seemed like
that would be interesting.
Very subdued as a character in that one.
Oh yeah,
and it was just kind of more of like he had a great military mind, if I remember correctly. Because I only watched it once because it was just so goddamn appalling.
Me too.
And it took
I saw it in the
to
theater.
Get through. Because I just, oh my god, this is painful. This is kind of painful.
How do you take one of the best villains in all the Marvel Universe, Doctor Doom, and somehow get progressively worse with him with every incarnation?
And here's the thing. That guy who played him, he's a great actor.
No, they've gotten good actors to play him. I don't even know who played him in the Corman one, which was probably the best version. But then we got Julian McMahon to play him? He's a good actor.
And Toby McBell. I think that's his name. It's
no. I think it might be Toby something. But yeah, he's mainly a CGI actor, kind of like Andy Serkis.
Dude, no, he was in the movie Rock and Rolla, Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, he occasionally does live action stuff, like he did in Fantastic Four. But
Toby Kebbell, yes, Kebbell. Kebbell, maybe.
Kebbell,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, Kebbell, Toby Kebbell.
Yeah, Toby
okay,
Kebbell.
yeah, Toby sounded right to me. Yeah, Kebbell. Okay, yeah, he is a good actor though. I remember he played in Kong Skull Island. He played Kong and one of the soldiers.
Oh, okay. He was also in Wrath of the Titans and The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
I don't think I've seen Wrath. God, it's been a while since I've seen Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh yeah, Reggie Cathy was in that. That's right.
Oh, he was also in the movie about Joy Division.
Oh,
he was in the movie Control, yeah. I'm curious who he played. Not the main cast. Oh wait, maybe. He played Rob Gretton.
Oh, that's right. And he played like the villain ape in the last two.
Yes, he did. He did.
He was good in that.
But also he is really great in Rock and Rolla. Steals.
Okay, so yeah, I haven't seen Rock and
that
Rolla,
movie.
So, Oh, he was in Warcraft?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. I haven't seen that since that came out.
I kind of forgot that was a thing, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I felt like, oh yeah, there was a Warcraft movie.
Right.
There was. I had kind of high hopes for that, and it didn't quite work.
I'm not gonna lie.
Ever,
I remember seeing the trailer, going, "Oh, that's gonna suck."
Yeah. I had
So,
decent hopes because the one guy was directing it.
I did discover something recently that I was gonna wait till after we're done, but since we're talking about surprising CGI films, did you know that there is a Pinocchio movie where Pinocchio is voiced by Pauly Shore?
No.
Yes. And I believe he plays it straight. And I've seen Pauly play it straight, and he's good. He can play it straight. He can.
No, I've seen him play it straight.
Yeah, he could be good, but I haven't seen anything or any trailer of it, but I know it exists.
Pinocchio, A True Story, came out last year.
Uh-huh.
Young Pinocchio runs away from his genius creator Geppetto, accompanied by the horse Tiblet, to see the world and joins the traveling circus run by hustler Majofoco. Great name. 5.1 out of 10. Oh. Well, before we get too far off the beaten path, do you have any final thoughts on Moon Knight?
Because I kind of accept. Yeah, we have, but we started.
Yeah.
We started talking about potential MCU cameos, and then we fell into the IMDb rabbit hole.
Yes. There are worse rabbit holes to fall into, by the way.
Nothing more on Moon Knight.
I think it's interesting. I want to see where it goes.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Well, what we have lined up for next week? I have that whole planning ahead thing. Oh God, next week is Pink Floyd
week.
Pink Floyd album ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we
are going to see the band.
We are going to see the Cleveland-based band Wish You Were Here. As they have been sold on their T-shirts that say the sights and sounds of Pink Floyd. Mm-hmm. And I believe there is I think they're doing something special on this tour. They usually do.
I don't know what exactly. I know they're going to do Animals.
Yes.
And then Animals isn't a whole set, so I assume they'll do other stuff. But yeah.
I mean, they've Yeah. Yes, it does look like they are playing animals in its entirety. So, obscurities, which they do. I will admit. The last time I saw them, they played Corporal Clegg.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was just yes. And then we got a second set the controls for the Heart of the Sun.
Yeah, that would be it.
It was cool.
But yeah, we'll do a Pink Floyd album ranking, and then
We're also gonna have some.
It'll be
we're also gonna have some friends on for that one.
Yeah. George will be coming back, and Lindsay will come back.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll do an album ranking, and then myself, George, and Bobby will go see Wish You Were Here and have a concert review.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
That should be fun.
That's, and then in 2 weeks we'll have more of a standard.
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
Crazy madness. I don't even know what we have lined up for 2 weeks. Let's look at my tax information. That will help.
Let's just not show it like we showed a bit too much of the Samurai Cop.
Or did we show too little?
That was still probably one of my favorite podcast moments from 2021.
Yeah. Boops. Okay, so in 2 weeks we'll be doing Dr. Mordred, which is essentially Jeffrey Combs' Doctor Strange. And then we'll do some more Sense8, and then The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which we'll have to see what that movie is. If you're not sure, it's the Nicolas Cage playing himself movie.
Yeah.
Where he seems like he gets involved with some sort of drug kingpin or something. I do not know.
Some like heart.
Kind of leave myself in the dark.
I mean, yeah, from the trailers, it looks just so perfect.
It looks so dumb and yet
Just
so delightful at the same time.
Just so magical.
Yeah. Just if it's gonna be dumb, go all in. All in.
And I hope they do, because the clip I've seen of it is where he's showing off a wax figurine of Nicolas Cage to Nicolas Cage from Face Off with both the gold guns.
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's grotesque. It's hideous. I'll give you $2,000 for it." Or $20,000
Nice.
or something like that. And it's just like, that's funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a feeling he's
But
just kind of being full meta and making fun of himself.
Yeah, that would be the hope, because
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage has had a weird career. We'll definitely get to that, though.
Yes, we will.
So yeah, anything you want to add before we sign out, Bobby?
No, other than just,
Alright.
take care of yourselves and each other.
Yeah, I agree. Take care of yourselves and each other.
Yeah.
And while this is the best episode of any podcast in existence, next week will be better.
Yes.
Everyone have a good one.
Take care.
I want to go ahead and add some audio credits at the end here. The theme music you're hearing at the beginning and end of this podcast was written and performed by George Johnson, a very good friend of mine. And my current Patreons are Fel Martins, David Lara, and Lindsay Pankhurst. If you'd like to become a patron, go ahead and follow the link down below. Anything you can provide would be incredibly helpful to this channel. We're barely limping by right now. I'd love to make this my full-time job. I'm miles away from that right now. So any help you could provide, just $1 a month would be amazing. You know you want to. All your friends are doing it.